Hello, everybody. Welcome to Curse of Strahd X Bloodborne, which does not technically have a name yet. So the tentative name is Curse of Strahd Bloodtinge. My name is Chris. I am the GM for this campaign, and I'm joined by fantastic, lovely players. There's one missing tonight due to family obligations, but above me we have Ben. To the right, upper right, we have Chaya, and to the bottom right, we have Wow, it's Ian. So let's just get this out of the way right here. This is not your typical Curse of Strahd. This is Curse of Strahd X Bloodborne, because I have an unhealthy obsession with Gothic horror and Bloodborne and From Software games in general. So I wanted to make this a thing. And Michael, if you're watching, thank you for helping me out with this, because your demented mind really saved a lot of this. With that out of the way, let's go to our first person above me, Ben. Who are you playing? And tell us something about yourself to get us to know your character.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm playing Abra Zivor, one of the twins in the campaign. I am a gnomes for Neblin. A couple things about me is I am not cis. I play in trans tales. I went to karaoke on Thursday, and I went to the largest pride in my state on Saturday.
That sounds oddly similar to somebody else I know. What about you, Haya?
Hello, I'm Chaya, Butterfly Astrophysics on TikTok, Twitch, and the D&D Beyond forums. I'm going to be playing Emiet Mesh, who, because I was watching too much Pacific Rim when I was doing character design, is an artificer reskinned as a mech driver. And I'm very excited. Hello. I'm Chaya, Butterfly Astrophysics on
And Ian,
TikTok,
last but certainly not least.
Twitch, and the D&D Beyond
Hey there.
forums.
My name is Ian. Wow, it's Ian, playing the other twin in this campaign. And I'm playing Sid Zavor, who is a Warforged blood hunter who does a cool Transformers beastie turned into a werewolf kind of action. It's gonna be good shit. This is gonna be good fun.
You love to see this. All right, well, let's just kind of jump right into the game itself. You are all currently waking up in the middle of what you can only describe as a sick ward. There's a woman pacing back and forth at the foot of your beds. Most of you are starting to regain feeling in your limbs. They're rather numb. It's almost like you've been asleep for a long period of time, and you're starting to realize that your limbs have tingles in them. You're starting to get the movements back in there, and they're hurting as you move, but it subsides as you start moving enough. She looks to the four of you, well, five of you technically, or no, four of you, I'm sorry. The four of you laying there in the beds, and you, as she sees you looking around, oh, good, you're awake. All the limbs attached still? Nothing falling off or bleeding through at this point?
Wouldn't you know, I used to have 6 fingers. I got 5 now.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I think I might be missing a screw or two, but not much.
Yeah, you're the one I couldn't figure out. What was that, Haya?
Sorry, I don't think I lost anything.
Wonderful. So I don't really have any, well, to be completely honest with you, I just kind of found you dumped into an alleyway outside of here, kind of.
Oh, did we fuck it up again?
Just a little bit from the looks of it. She pulls out kind of like these vials from like a bag next to her, and you had these on you, and they looked like potions, so I just kind of started pouring them into your mouths, and you started breathing again. So that's the upside here.
Would you know where I could get a beer?
Potentially down at the tavern down the street.
Sid, you ready for a beer?
Oh yeah. I mean, theoretically, I am a big old robot, so you know.
So are like are y'all together? And she like kind of points over at sadly since critical lens is not here at the moment. Are you four all together? Are you kind of in charge of him as well? As he's kind of like out and asleep at this point.
Oh, this one over there is my twin.
Yeah. Hey there. Hi. How's it going?
I kind of meant the other. Okay, I'll just hold on.
Yeah, we're responsible for. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So do you want me to kind of like keep him on the bed here and kind of like?
He'll wake up soon.
Okay.
Usually.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll try to keep him more or less safe, and I'll kind of lock the door behind. I'll lock the door behind. That way, nothing can get in.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Well, the safest way out, I guess, would just be down that hall and out the front door.
I had a robot.
By the way.
Where's my robot? Where's my robot?
Oh, that.
Not this one. The other one.
Oh, there was a second one. Oh, yes, that one. That one. Well, if you look underneath the bed, it's kind of like it kind of collapsed down after like you fell out of it, and I don't know the physics of it at all, but it kind of like made it a lot easier for like drag on top of you. So
Interesting.
yeah, it made it just like a little bit more compact and easy to move. I don't know if it's gonna happen again, but it did this time.
Further study will be required. Thank
you. You're very welcome.
I do hope your robot's
hey,
okay.
Ben, it's showing the full Discord right now.
Oh, I was trying to promo us in other Discords.
Oh, I gotcha. So, I guess at this point, yeah, I guess good to meet you. You.
What was your name?
Augustine. Augustine's my name.
Oh, Augustine, I'm Abra Zavor. This is my brother Sid.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you. I'm the I guess you can call it what little passes a doctor in these parts. We don't really have much in the way of survivable injuries, so I write more death certificates than I would actually saving people. So you're a nice change of pace for once.
My memory's a little cloudy. Do you happen to know what happened to us?
To be honest with you, yeah. The four of you looked like you were kind of gutted by whatever was out there.
Again?
Yeah, whatever you found happened to have claws and you just kind of went down at that point.
These things, they happen, you know?
Yeah, I'd consider yourselves extremely lucky that you... Well, first off, that you died outside of the clinic, probably only the next alley over. The downside is, I don't know what these potions were, but I assume they saved your life, so... That's good on you. I don't think I could repeat that, though.
Glad to hear it. Just one sec, real quick. Just like real quick. Chat with them. Were we supposed to drink those?
Oh, you're supposed to drink anything you can.
Supposed to is a big word, but I don't think it matters because we did.
Right. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. I don't know if that was the right option, but I know it was the option that I had presented. Well, it was either that or trying to stitch up guts together, and that's not great, to be fair. That's not very useful.
Ma'am, the three of us are headed over to the pub now. Do you want to join us?
Oh, no.
It's never too early for a beer.
No, I appreciate the offer, but I will stay indoors at this point. I'd rather not go out to the streets and meet whatever did that to you. So as you leave, if one of your friend wakes up, I will send them along your way. Well, I'll just send them along your way and have them knock on the doors, see if they can find you. So, yeah. She kind of like steps back a little bit. Oh, and the rest of your equipment and the gear that you had on you at that point that I had to kind of take off to bandage and try to put things back in order. It's right over there on those packs in the corner. That's probably going to be the closest I'd get to those because I'd rather not deal with knives like that again, or swords, or any of those sharp utensils. Bye.
Oh, hey,
and she like turns around and like walks to like a back door and like shuts in here like a very audible.
Hey guys, Danny, you see my W wrench around here? It's like a C wrench, but it's shaped like a W.
As you start like examining, like looking around, you see it's like fallen out of the bag and it's like almost underneath the chair. So it's like almost close enough that you could have forgotten it, but you happen to see it.
Emiette is like dragging the pieces of her steel defender out from under the bed and starting to like clunk them into place. This is a 7-foot tall stone golem. It has like steel muscle fibers that wrap around the rocks, and as she's like clicking pieces into place, you see magical energies connecting up the wires. You're not quite sure how it fit under a bed. Like, as all the pieces are coming together, it very clearly takes up more volume than there was under this random twin bed. And as it stands up to its full height, you see emblazoned. Do any of you speak Gnomish?
Yes, all of us do.
You see the Gnomish word for truth emblazoned into its forehead.
Oh, that's a good golem you got there. Protector, eh?
Yeah. Bang up job she did before, but yeah.
You want me to carry her back to your shop?
What looked like a solid like metal sheet open and goes clear, and Emiette like clambers up into a seat and sits down in it. No, I think we'll walk.
I tap Sid with the back of my hand. Hey, think we could do that? And I start to climb Sid.
Oh yeah.
Open up! Open up, Sid!
Couldn't possibly go wrong.
Open up! And I start.
Then there is one
after
shorty.
a couple of drinks, it could only be better. Hey, over there. Robo fist bump?
Robo fist bump. Ow! Ow! I should have gotten in the middle of that. Oh, my bad.
Oh. Sorry about that, dear.
So for those watching, Abrasivor is short for a gnome. He is 3 feet 2 inches tall, about 107 pounds of just muscle. He is built like a miniature pony. Just stocky, with a charming smile to him, with nothing going on behind the eyes. He's wearing basically a loincloth with and carries a big old hammer on his back.
So we've gotten a description of everybody except for Ian. Ian, would you like to describe what you look like, since you're the twin of what do you call it, the words of Abra Zipor?
Abra.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so Sid is a Warforged, very kind of a mix of polished black and gold steel makes up most of their body. They are very tall. They are about 6.5, 7 feet tall, and it's a very sore subject for them because it's a little ostracizing when you've got a gnomish twin. When you're just powering up there, it's a rough life. You can't any time that she grins, you could see some sharpened robo teeth, but there is nothing much at this moment that is inherently beastie or wolfy about their appearance.
All right. So as you kind of like look around, you see your packs in the back left corner of this kind of clinic area, which is not necessarily dirty, but it's very evident that there's not been a lot of new supplies coming into this area. You see there's the door in the far back left that Augustine had went through and locked behind herself, and leaving you four in here. And there's the hall to the right side of the room that leads to a outward door. So at this point, I kind of turn everything over to you all. What are y'all gonna do? What would y'all like to do as your characters?
Hey, I met you. You all familiar with Tagarinos?
Ho, 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 ho.
No, what is that?
I slap you, tag, and I run off.
Am I supposed to chase?
Sid sprints sprints away as well. Yeah, you gotta tag us.
Ah, I understand. I'm gonna cast Longstrider on my mech.
Oh,
And
it begins.
and start chasing the two of them. I now have my Steel Defender now has a movement speed of 50 feet per round, and I'm gonna take the dash action.
Oh my god. So I just want to ask real quick to both you, Ian and Ben, real quick. Are y'all dashing at this point?
Yes. I'm always
Yeah.
dashing.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna need a what do you call it?
Initiative?
Technically, yeah. So go ahead and roll an initiative for the three of you real quick for a tag. And at this point, you two are gonna be rolling basically to evade versus Haya rolling to attack, not attack, but to tag. So in this case, we'd count that as a attack roll, I'd say.
So your move speed, Ben, is 25, right?
30.
Really? I thought you were a gnome.
I'm a deep gnome.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not quite double your move speed.
No.
Nearly there.
Nearly there. This
Almost.
Hulk, 7 feet tall, rocky muscled creature just breaks into a sprint.
All right, as you're running at Abra, I need you to go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
So this is going to be a melee attack from the Steel Defender.
Yep. And Abra, could you roll? What do you call it? Since you're dashing, I'm gonna roll this. What are you trying to do to avoid at this point?
I am trying to dive between the mech's legs and do a somersault to avoid this.
Okay. Can I get you to do an acrobatics check for that real quick? And that'll determine whether or not the mech has disadvantage or not.
18.
An 18, the mech does have disadvantage then.
Okay.
Because it's going to be diving between... Because this gnome is going to be diving between your legs.
It's just an 11.
An 11? What is that? Does that do anything?
16 is armor class.
16.
I got it on the first roll.
So with that, you basically you're dead set. You're reaching out to grab this gnome, and as the gnome turns around and vaults backwards through your legs, it throws you off just enough that you just barely whiff it.
Sneaky.
Are there any doors ahead of me?
Ahead of you, after going backwards, there's the door that Augustine had gone through originally, or gone through. Chaya is now blocking the one door leading out.
All right. Are there any windows?
There are, but you can tell that they have the shutters pulled on them, so you'd have to.
I cast
Not
thaumaturgy to open all unlocked windows.
Well, they weren't locked, so the shutters bust open and the windows are opened.
And I dive through a window.
Okay. You dive through that window. So you're on the front street now.
Oh, I left my brother. Oh, shouldn't have done that.
Yep. So Ian, what are you going to be doing now?
there's only one door.
There's the one door outside, but now there is an open window.
Well, having seen Abra dash through that window, I'm going to yeah, just brace myself, kind of run at the window and hop out. You'll notice that I do get down on all fours and start running towards the window as I go to leap out.
I try to catch Sid as they land.
I also try to catch Sid as they're leaping towards the window.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do real quick. It's been less than 10 minutes and this is how it's gone. I fucking love this. So as you do this, as you're diving through this window, I need you first off, Sid, to make an acrobatics check to for the dive itself. Ben, right. I need Abra to make a athletics check to catch. And Haya, I need you to do either a athletics or a dexterity check to either a impede or get in the way / catch.
From the defender.
Yes, from the defender.
So athletic?
18.
Okay, so depending on how this goes, the catch is probably going to go well.
Athletics is +4.
Mm-hmm.
15.
All right. What about you, Ian?
Acrobatics 12.
So as you go to dive through this window, you just have these large stony hands grab you by the shoulders and just like you're basically suspended for a second as the momentum stops, and then your arms and legs just like kind of dangle back down. Well,
I caught you.
Hey, could you do me a favor, dear?
Yes. What is it?
Don't mention you tagged me. I'm gonna need you to drop me out the window, or toss me as if I'd been running towards the window.
I can do that, and I throw them out the window with force behind it.
I am still trying to catch.
Yeah, that's basically it. You throw them out the window with the force behind it. You're basically a Warforged torpedo.
Oh, this is not going to be good. This is not a good idea.
Doink!
It's a great idea.
Yeah, you catch successfully as this Warforged flies into you, and you take the brunt of it. You take it like directly in the chest, and you hold on. Huh. But with that, you are gonna take a small bit of bludgeoning damage, based off of the throwing this. You're gonna take 2 bludgeoning damage just from getting a large 6-foot-tall Warforged slam straight into you.
That's fair.
Hey, Abra, are you okay?
Oh, buddy, I could use a drink.
I want to clap Abra on the shoulders and say, "Well, let's go get a drink. Tag, you're it."
Ah!
So you two are now outside now.
Wait, before you go get a drink. Should we see where we died?
Oh! Always wanted to see where I died.
That's a good point.
My memory's still a little fuzzy from, waking up. All of this is like muffled and a little deepened by being in the mech. But she's still very clearly like a little tiny gnome. I don't remember what those potions were. I'm not unaccustomed to drinking strange fluids, but I am a little bit stressed. Just putting that out there. I'm putting that out there.
No, yeah, that's a fair concern that you raised there. I like to usually know where the strange fluids that go into my body come from. It is a little concerning.
I'll drink anything, wouldn't you know?
But wouldn't you like to know what it was?
No, not knowing's half the fun.
You and I have very different definitions of fun.
Abra, how many problems have we gotten into with that exact attitude?
How many other problems had that gotten us out of?
Too
You
many
know
of
what?
both
You
accounts.
raise a very good point there. I can't fault your logic.
Remember the Great
Always
Lawn
be
Wars with
there.
One-Eyed Greg?
Oh, immediately I start running.
Yeah, you guys get there pretty quick. Y'all run down the street. You'll run out of the clinic, and as you start remembering more or less like where you died, you're like, yeah, you start looking around like, ah, that street looks familiar. That street looks familiar, and then you just come to an abrupt stop. And the defender just kind of like in its mechanical or it's like stone mechanical way looks over to the right, and you see that this alleyway is thoroughly trashed. Not just like in your typical there's trash everywhere. Not just there's what do you call it? Old scrap pieces of wood and stone brick that have just fallen off the buildings around you. Destroyed walls. Pools of blood in some sections, broken stone thrown across this entire thing, rubble crushed from the ceilings or from the walls. This looks like this was the source of a very large scuffle that y'all have been a part of.
I lift up the right fist of the mech and just kind of inspect it. Are the knuckles like dusted up?
Yes.
Interesting. And I hop out and immediately start like looking for signs of what did this to us.
Yeah, by all means, go ahead and roll me an investigation check real quick.
I am unhelpfully helping, so no advantage from me, but I'm acting like I know what's going on.
You're just
I
like
cannot
examining
roll.
the broken parts of the wall, like, yeah, this wall has been destroyed. Yeah, this wall is made of
Wall.
I cannot roll for shit today. That's an 8.
an 8.
Oh wow.
You can't really discern what exactly happened here. You know there was a fight. You know that there is destruction all over these walls and all over this alleyway, but you're not exactly sure why, where, who, or what did anything.
My investigation check was a -1.
You thoroughly find out that this wall is made of wall.
I'd like to sniff around a bit to try and see if there's some kind of trace of something that isn't us.
Yeah. In that case, do a nature check real quick.
Okay.
Nature or investigation, whichever one works best for you there.
Let's see, where is nature is +3, investigation is plus. Oh, anyway. I guess I'll do nature for flavor, but they're both +3. Where is it?
Okay, that works. Okay.
While she is doing that,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's 21.
21. All right. There is some stuff you find with that one. What were you gonna do, Haya?
if I have 10 minutes, there's something I want to do, which is go over to my mech and ritually cast detect magic. I can describe how I would do, but she just rolled very well on that nature check.
Okay.
I want to know what she finds.
So as you were going to your mech to start ritual casting here, you see the Ian. What's your character's name again?
Sid.
Sid. You see that Sid's ears kind of perk up a little bit, and very audibly, I think I found something. As you see, there's this in one of the pools of blood that you had found all over this area, which you can only presume is from one of you all at this point. You see that underneath the rubble there is a small there's a small clump of feathers kind of sticking in this blood. And as you kind of looked at these and as you looked them over, you can see that there are actually raven feathers. And quite large, to be fair. They're not the typical, like, small feathers. They're large, about the size of your hands to the size of a forearm. So they're definitely for more of a humanoid than actual, what do you call it, raven itself.
Do we know this town? Have we, like, lived here for a while, or were we passing through when we
You've been
died?
here for
Do we remember?
You've been here for a hot minute. You've not exactly lived here your entire life. You haven't been passing through. But as long as you can remember, you've just been present here. And from what you remember, you don't remember much about your prior... I want to say the most you can remember is probably back about a month or so ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, where you were, you know, with friends, you were having joyous times, adventuring, traveling, you know, being just a big band of friends and doing your jobs, basically. Everything recently is more cloudy, more almost like you've had like a drunken haze or like a hangover looming over you, and you can't exactly, you know, the general feeling, and none of it's fun, none of it's enjoyable.
Are there any Kenku who live in town?
You do know there are Kenku in town.
Does this look like a Kenku feather?
Yes and no.
Okay.
And I mean that, and not in like a DM, we'll get into the question way, but in a Kenku can be rather large. Kenku can also be really small.
Yep.
So it could be a Kenku, it could be something else, but you can't exactly discern just from the feather itself. But I will say the rest of you, what do you call it? You do hear, as you kind of like made these discoveries, and as you kind of looked around at this point, you kind of hear almost like a fluttering in the rooftop, from the rooftops above you.
We might have trouble.
Oh, wouldn't you know, Trouble's my middle name. Actually, it's Sean, but...
We're gnomes. We have like 30 names.
Trouble might be in there somewhere.
As you kind of look up and you to examine this noise, you see that there's you basically see like a small flash of like dark feathers go from one side of the rooftop to another, or from one rooftop to another over this alley, and you basically see your typical, like, stereotypical feather kind of falls from the sky at that point. A bit smaller than the ones you found, but it's a feather, similar feather nonetheless.
I'm getting into the mech.
Yeah, by all means, you make it into
head
your
on
mech,
a
not problem.
swivel. Head on a swivel. Much good as it'll do me.
I am chasing the feather that's falling.
Oh yeah, you catch it no problem. It just drops straight to you, and you're just like, yeah, got it.
I'd like to start a hybrid transformation.
Okay.
So you'll see gears whirring, plates moving out, very, very Transformers like, different body parts moving around, twisting, turning, different joints clicking into place and popping, until I look much more reminiscent of a large wolf person.
Okay. So yeah, as you what do you call it? You get into the mech and you kind of have this wolf transformation happen to you. You know, your shifter state in there. You see that there's a couple eyes and like a beak that kind of peer over the edge of the roof, and they look at you. Head tilts over. You see like a couple eyes squint, and they pop back out, pop out, pop back in.
How tall is this building?
The building's about 20 to 30 foot tall.
I try to climb it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a what do you got? Either way works for you. Works for me. Acrobatics or athletics.
9.
A 9. you try to do like the whole Spider-Man thing where you like kind of grip the bricks and you're trying to climb up and you just slide down after a second. You're able to find a couple good handholds for a couple foot up, but the 9 doesn't really make you up that high. All right. After a couple more times of it peeking out and it sees you kind of like try to climb the wall, a wooden ladder kind of drops and the beak pops over. Psst. Psst. I want to talk.
I cast Thaumaturgy. Yes!
Shh, 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 shh. Shit.
I'll whisper, but very loudly whisper, friend or foe?
Depends if you're quiet or not.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I mean, okay.
Okay. And you see that this beaked face kind of like leans back over the edge, and there's basically like a fire escape ladder just kind of like drops down at that point, or has been dropped down.
Climb.
All right. Oh, and Haya, unless otherwise noted, your defender will probably stand on most structures a humanoid could go on.
Okay, great. So
Yeah. I wanted to clear that out of the way. So unless it's like this thing's gonna break by a normal humanoid, it's probably fine for this thing.
Sweet.
So yeah, Ben, you make your way up front, up top. Are the rest of you following suit, or?
I'll follow.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take up the rear.
All right. So as you all kind of get up there, you see there's this small, probably about 2 foot tall Kenku is kind of standing in front of you. What do you call it? Black feathers kind of slicked back. What do you call it? Small hood over the top of their head, and they just kind of like, so y'all lived. Awesome.
Were you the one that killed us?
No.
Appreciate
that. I saw it. Thank you for not shooting me on sight. I saw you die.
Thought about it.
But then
Let the record show that I thought about it.
Concerning. Very concerning. As you say that, the Ken kind of like stands behind like some bricks, like a pile of bricks that's up there. It just kind of like shuffles behind it, and you can still see like the head over top of it, but like the main body is now covered by bricks. Those people who fought you and killed you, do you know who they were, or?
Oh, wouldn't you know?
Don't even remember what they look like.
Oh, that's the situation. You got the whole like, lost a lot of blood, get the brain fuzzies. My buddy Jeremy got that before. It's not fun.
I think I got hit in the head.
As long as they didn't hit me in the liver. Hardest working liver in 3 counties.
I don't think the liver would be the worst of the problems, considering how you were just like, bleh. So, yeah. Either way, you're here and not dead. That's the important thing. I might have some info that might help you out if you want it, but in addition to that, I need something.
Is it a hug?
No. Those guys are assholes. They basically, their main hideout spot is the building that I typically would be living in. I just would like to have my house back.
How do we know we can trust you?
Oh, look at him. He looks honest enough. Of course we can trust him.
Okay, listen, we live in Barovia. You can't really trust anybody. That's the shtick here, is like, nobody will really trust you unless you know, they try to kill for you, you know.
I trust you, little feller.
I usually trust people as far as I control them, and I control most people pretty far.
Both of you are making me wish I had wings that actually work.
Oh, match how far we could throw you if you had wings.
Oh,
I wouldn't be worried about getting thrown.
That would be a lot of trust.
This Kenku kind of like looks at the mech suit and, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. Hey, yeah, I feel like you're the one to talk to for this one. So if you get me back in the house, if you can get the house kind of like cleared and situation knocked out that way, I don't really have anything to offer except a place to stay if you need it. That's about all I got.
What can you tell us about the people who have invaded your house, aside from the fact that they killed us?
Oh, if they are the same people, like if they're like the same like strength and kind of stuff like that, they haven't like gotten like more jacked to like hit the gym or anything like that. Then they're like me. They're Kenku. Kind of clanks their feet on the ground just a little bit. Also, in addition to that, they look like me, but they're taller and stronger and bigger and have more knives. And they also have like half of their feathers shaved. That was unrelated. That was an acid accident with the bog monsters before. But
So what you're saying is overall they look like you, except they don't really look like you that much.
yeah, kind of. They're like the general Kenku look, except they're taller, stronger, more swole, and acid burns on the side of their head.
Why did they steal your house?
Well, they wrote me out of the will, so.
Oh, you're related.
Yeah, they're my brothers.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
I,
starting to
your
trust you
brothers?
less.
yeah, insight
See,
check.
that's why I didn't. That's one reason why I didn't kind of open with that. So by all means, go ahead and insight check. That's one reason why I didn't really open with that. Is because
That's a 6 on the dice for a total of 4.
That's a 6 on the dice for a total of 4.
that's a 7 on the dice for a total of 7.
okay. So with that,
Dumb as rocks.
yeah. As this Kenku's standing there telling you this stuff, nothing is raising a red flag to you. Like you're like, shit. Yeah, these guys are assholes. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They knocked you out of the will.
Jerks.
What the hell?
I'm gonna wreck them.
Might as well.
All right.
I'm gonna wreck it.
We can't all have great relationships with our siblings.
Yeah. So if you don't kill them, that's cool. If you can take away their knives, it's probably even better.
They did kill us. Like, just to be clear, I would a little bit like to kill them.
I mean,
Are you
Turnip
telling
was
me
in
not to
fair
kill
play.
them? Because
No,
you can
no,
tell me
you
not
do.
to kill them,
Do what
but I
you will.
would
Do what you will.
a little bit. I would a little bit like to kill them.
Do what you will. Honestly, like they're not really worth me having to deal with them trying to kill
Okay.
me again. So yeah, they threw me outside. They threw me outside when there was one of the wolves running through. So that was a little mean.
What did
For
you
what
do?
it's worth, I would not be against killing them.
I'm just gonna say, in my defense, I wanted to eat.
Oh, that
I
makes
walked to
sense.
the kitchen.
Sometimes you get hungry.
I walked to the kitchen. I made pancakes. I ate pancakes. Apparently, that was their pancakes.
Are there any
So-
pancakes left?
No, I ate the last
Now
ones.
hold on a minute. I didn't know this was a situation where you made their pancakes. I don't like this one bit. No, I'm getting a bad feeling, a bad vibe on you here, bud. I don't. I don't
I'm gonna say,
like
in
taking
my
pancakes.
defense, there was no name on them, and they were just kind of like sitting on the floor. So
Did you know they weren't your pancakes?
no, mostly because everything's kind of everywhere in that room. The kitchen is just kind of like there. Things are just kind of thrown in there, and eventually, the bugs come in and eat things. But until then, yeah, it's a pretty fair game. But apparently, one of them wanted it, so I got thrown out back.
All right. Well, this
Barbara.
seems on the up and up. Let's cool. Point us in the direction, and I'm feeling feisty.
Yeah, this Kenku straight up just like, all right, follow me. Runs across rooftops, like just like parkour, like jumps over rooftops with y'all following. Every time you make a jump and you land, there's just like footprints left in the roof.
Oh yeah, I still have Longstrider up, by the way.
So you're straight up. You're keeping up with this Kenku like it's nothing. In fact, you're kind of exceeding the speed of this Kenku at some points.
Can I use thaumaturgy so that my steps are as loud as the mechs?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
You're raising a hoot and a holler in the middle of this Barovian city.
I feel bad for not making enough noise, so I'll howl at them.
Even better. So yeah, after probably like 2 or 3 blocks, you come to like have a 4-way intersection, and he's kind of like standing at the edge of like one of these buildings. Well, there it is, and you see it's a building that's at the corner of what do you call it? It's at the corner of Main and Strahd. And it's just like this old, like, it looks like a haunted manor type house. That's the best way you can describe it. It looks old. It looks decrepit. It looks like windows are boarded up and been taken down and reboarded up. Everything's dead in the front yard. And as things are kind of,
hey, buddy, what was your name again?
Falling apart. Oh, my name? My name is Ken.
Ken, I got a question. Do you just want them dead, or do you want the house to stay intact too?
I prefer the house to stay intact. I don't.
Too bad. And I pull out a bottle of liquor and a rag.
Oh no.
I light it on fire and I throw it at the building.
Make an attack roll.
Ranged attack without proficiency.
That'd be correct.
Natural 20.
All right, give me a second.
The first natural 20 of the campaign.
Okay, yeah. So a nat 20 hits.
Oh,
So you
nice
throw this
roll.
Molotov. You throw this improvised Molotov across this this street, and you nail this house almost directly at like the topmost window. You hear a shatter as it goes through the window, and you see the flames erupt on the inside. Give me a second to look at the map for this real quick. At the very top. Okay, yeah. Attic. So that's going to be the section right through here. Jesus. Okay, so... Okay. You specifically see that this lands in a room that looks like it's a storage room. You see that there's boxes just kind of like everywhere in here, and they erupt into flames rather quickly. But almost as soon as you do that, you see the flames erupt, you see that the smoke start coming out. Then you see that room is covered in a sheet of black, and everything's just charred in there. The flame's out. Everything looks dusted in ash and char. But as the flame goes out, you see there's this large dark figure standing in the window, points at the rest of you, and says, and points at the rest of you, and shuts the window. Oh, yep, there he is. There's I think he knows you're here now.
Hey!
I think he knows you didn't kill him.
Why'd you kill me?
I use thaumaturgy to open the window if it's not locked.
It'll be soon. The window opens.
Hey!
I would secondarily also like to know that.
Why'd you kill me?
Why'd you kill us?
Turns around again. You see the head kind of tilts back up and just walks out the back door, or the door towards the back of the room.
Was the house? You said the house was not on fire anymore.
The house was not on fire anymore. It was just that one room. It got put out, and yeah, you saw the tall Kenku, or one of the tall Kenkus.
We're on a roof like next door, right?
You're on a roof, kind of like on the opposing what do you call it? On the opposing side of the street.
Does
I want to jump down onto the street.
Okay.
I follow.
Hey!
Okay,
Why'd you kill me?
Jumping down in your mech, you're still gonna take the 2d6 fall damage for falling 20 foot, but it's gonna be half because of the mech. Because I think
Do I take it or does the mech take it?
the mech will take it.
Okay.
That'll be 5 fall damage.
Emmett, catch, and I jump.
I step out of the way.
Yeah.
That is 7 fall damage going to you, Ben. You guys know there's a. You could have asked about a ladder because most of these buildings have ladders like the one I knocked down to you. If you want to jump, that's cool. It's really cool points. It's just.
I start muttering a mending spell on my defender.
The mending spell automatically heals it.
How far is this rooftop from
Do
the
I-
other rooftop?
Do I have a
about
minute?
5 foot. Yeah, you have a minute.
Okay.
It's about 5 foot from one rooftop to another.
5 feet?
Yeah.
I will leap over to the other rooftop.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second. I mean like left to right, not like across the street. Across the street, there's about a 20-foot gap between the two.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought you meant for some reason I was thinking you meant like rooftop to rooftop, like you've been doing.
I got you. Then I will take the ladder down.
All right. Yeah, you take the ladder down, and Ken's like, yeah, I figured that might be like the easiest / best option. It's the one that is easiest for like me who can't survive a jump like that. And
Hey, that was real nice of you to mention. Thanks.
yeah,
for
yeah.
the points.
If it was mentioned more sooner, I probably could have helped out a little bit more. It's just they jumped without asking, and yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm used to it.
Albert would
I'm
have
used to
jumped
it. It's
either
fine.
way.
It's fine. I'm used to it. It's fine. And Ken like goes down the ladder next to you, and yeah. So that is what my brothers like to call the Death House. It's really just our family home, and it's been just themified. So yeah. If you could not burn it to the ground, that'd be great. I don't want to get eaten by wolves. That'd be not fun. So if I could have a place to like a door to lock.
I am gonna need you to be less lycanophobic.
Yeah, that would be really. Hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
whatever that big word
that
was.
would be really nice. Okay.
Like, I
No, that's
understand
fine.
that there are specific wolves that you're afraid of, but you're generalizing to all wolves.
Yeah.
No, but they're Strahd's
Hashtag
wolves.
not
They're
all
like
wolves.
They're like the hunting wolves that he sends out to like eat people.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're the mean ones. They're the ones that like go out and they're like their only job is to eat
Okay,
people.
yeah, but are they really mean wolves, or are we talking about a nature versus nurture kind of thing here? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're just hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I pull out my pan flute and play Hungry Like the Wolf.
I mean, they might be. That's a rather fitting song. That's kind of okay.
9 for my performance check.
You ever heard a kid play a recorder and they totally know the song? That's how it goes. It's like hearing a kid play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on a recorder. Technically, the notes are there.
To Abra playing this song, Hungry Like the Wolf, I will be singing the lyrics to Werewolves of London.
I feel like you're just trying to call them here now. I mean, it's.
Well, yeah,
It's time for hunting bands to come through. It's time for hunting bands to come through anyway, like in the next few like hours or so. So they might like the hunting bands might actually find me. That's kind of scary. I'm gonna jump over here, and like there's a large dumpster.
We're gonna
just
get you
hide
your
in the
house
dumpster.
back.
Thank you. And Ken just like kind of like tries to jump into a dumpster and it's a little too short and uses some trash to climb up it.
I cast Thaumaturgy. Does the front door open?
Front door does not open immediately. But as you cast Thaumaturgy that one time, it shakes, slides open.
I approach the house with my maul drawn.
Yeah.
I don't
Nice.
like
Well,
this.
Let's get in there.
All right. So you have officially walked towards the death house. At this point, you kind of walk towards the front door of the house, and you see this like large, I want to call it probably like a Victorian era townhouse sort of. It's about three main stories tall, with a fourth story at the very top being an attic that you had thrown the Molotov into. You see it's probably about 70 to 80 foot across and an unknown depth going down. The greenery towards the front of it by the street is pretty well dead and destroyed, and overall it looks like this house has not been well taken care of. None of the street really does, but this one kind of takes the cake for terms of decrepit / destroyedness, almost entirely from, you know, murder hobo Kenkus, you know, not caring about what they throw out the front door.
I would
Yes.
also call this a death house. This house feels like it would kill me.
I walk to the front door.
Hello?
I pull out.
I'm still waiting on an answer.
I pull out my second to last bottle of liquor. I throw in another Molotov.
As you throw in that Molotov, you ignite the entrance area. You see that this main hall runs the width of the house that you can see. There's a black marble fireplace at one end with a red marble staircase on the other. Mounted to the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. There's wood panels that are adorned with the sculpted images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. And that's about all you see in this main area. The
And fire.
Tile. Do what?
And fire. Don't forget the fire.
Oh, yes. The fire that is currently on this marble flooring is kind of like spread out. And after a second, you see it's like kind of dipping into like the cracks in the marble. There's wood paneling on the walls that's like kind of flame licking at some point. So you can see it's like that could catch fire. It could. But the liquor itself is burning out relatively quickly. Question real quick. This is something that I, as the DM, have forgotten. Who here has dark vision again?
I do. I have special dark vision out to 120 feet.
Same.
Okay, sweet. What about you, Ian? I can't remember if Warforges had dark vision.
I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, you two see that's in here. There's nothing really, no current beings or anything in this main entrance hall that you are currently standing, or what do you call it, standing outside of. All that you can really see is that there is a, what do you call it, staircase going up the main entrance, and some doors to the left and right. If I'm reading the map correctly. I am reading the map correctly.
I knock on the door and go, knock, knock.
At one point, you see, with your dark vision, you actually see out of the one of the doors to the left. You see there's like a small silhouette that was peering out and just slowly moves back in through one of the doors.
Hey! I want an answer! I don't know you! I didn't do anything to you! Why did you kill me?
Jesus. All right. At that point, walking down the stairs, did you insight roll?
The highest insight roll from the party was a 7. This Kenku is very trustworthy.
100%. Yeah, so as you ask that, you see that there's a large Kenku that kind of like walks down the stairs just a little bit and looks at you all. I'm more amazed that you're currently alive than that you're currently standing in my front door. Just a suggestion, I think you really should just take this win and go.
Mostly, I want answers.
You want
Yeah,
answers?
yeah. Give
Yeah,
her
I'm
answers.
curious.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Why did we die?
It was pretty simple, to be completely honest. You were at the tavern. You were racking up quite a bill.
Sounds like us.
Yeah, you paid the bill in full, unlike most people, which just kind of like leave a tab. And he kind of like
Doesn't
holds
sound
up a bag. He like kind of like holds up a bag and rattles it. I need money, so. And he just turns and runs upstairs.
I want that back, and I shoot him.
Go ahead and do me a go ahead and try to make a shot. Make an attack roll with disadvantage due to him like running back up the stairs at the same time. So
The lower of those two is a 15.
a 15. The 15, I will say, actively does hit. It hits him in the lower leg. So go ahead and roll damage for that.
9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing. Okay. You hear like a fuck as he just like takes back. Keeps going up the stairs.
People killing me for money, I can understand. But that does give us moral permission to kill them for the same money.
Someone tries to kill you, you kill him right back.
Kill this guy.
He killed us! It's only fair.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'll take my crimson right.
Oh shit! I forgot you're a blood hunter.
Yeah, let's go.
We're doing
Oh,
one
shit.
damage.
Ah shit. Okay.
What is your right? What element?
They come in elements.
Yeah, you can choose the element that they're gonna be.
Oh wow. I don't know. And I will now be able to take unarmed strikes for 1d6 plus 3.
Oh shit. Okay.
And
yeah.
I took 1 damage from my
Jesus
evil
Christ.
crap.
So you're hybrid form, so you have your claws out. But you just did the crimson right where you damage yourself to
Tear into myself a little bit.
So your attacks are 1d6 plus 3 plus a d6 of whatever element your crimson right is.
Oh.
I think you can choose between fire, ice, and thunder at this level.
Yeah, that's the first 3 choices that you get, and I think it's like level 6 or 9 or something like that. You get like necrotic and radiant as well.
Yeah. So are your claws on fire, or are your claws made of ice, or are your
claws are straight on fire?
Fuck yes.
As I tear into myself, oil comes out and actually strikes and combusts.
That is so badass.
That's sick.
That is
that's
so
hot.
Badass.
All said, if you weren't my brother, you know.
That makes me very uncomfortable what you just said.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Abra. Me too.
So with that in mind, you're currently standing at in the interior of this room. You see directly to your right there, directly in front of you, there's the large red marble staircase that was heading up that your let's call it new friend had ran up. Now that you're more so inside and not being blocked by the open doors, there are 4 doors to your left. 4 doors to your left and 1 to your right. The one to your right is a large 2-door, kind of like a 2-door, not necessarily like a grand hall / grand entrance thing, more so just like you can tell this probably goes to like a den type area. And the ones to the left are more single doors. One is more of a slanted tall one, and the other 2 are, the other 3 are your just typical 6-foot tall doors.
Thaumaturgy to open some doors, baby!
Which ones do you want to open?
All of them with thaumaturgy. Until one by one until we get a person.
I like how you redid that. Are you wanting to start with the left or right?
Left. Leftmost.
Left. All right, so that's going to be room 5 first. As you burst open this door, you can see that inside that room there is a large, what do you call it? There's a large dining room with a large mahogany table with chairs going around it. At that point, that's about all you can really see from your vantage point.
Oh, Sid, look at that craftsmanship. Spared no expense here, did they?
That is beautiful. I mean, you know, absolutely beautiful.
I agree. That's really pretty. What we can do this when they're dead.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I forgot what we were doing.
The next door that you burst open is...
Wait, before I burst it open, I go and sit down in one of the chairs really quickly. Is it a comfy chair?
It is not comfy at all. It's like a straight wood chair. It looks like it has padding, but as you sit into it, you see the padding is almost entirely for show, and you just sit straight onto wood. Like, it's like whenever you sit on one of those, like, really hard restaurant chairs that look like they're, like, puffed up, but in reality it's just curved wood, so...
All these chairs aren't as great as we think. Alright, I open the next door with thaumaturgy.
The next one is a large... the next one is a... not a large. The next one is a supply closet / coat closet. In there's not really a whole lot. Not a whole lot in the slightest. Though you do find 3 large trench coats. One of them has armholes on each, like one section, approximately 2 foot each up. So about every 2 foot there's an armhole from the very bottom of this coat to the very top. And you see that there are on the back of this trench coat labeled Ken, Ben, and Jen.
Now we know the bastard.
I open the next door.
The next door, that was actually a fun one. That one opens up to... Oh, there you go. The next one opens up to the kitchen. You see that as you open up the kitchen, it's actually relatively clean. It's relatively clean now. It's tidy with dishware and cookware and utensils neatly put on the shelves with a work table with a cutting board and rolling pin on it. A dome-shaped oven on the far east wall with a bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Yeah, and you see that behind the stove there is a large door leading to what you could assume would be a pantry.
Oh, we can get snacks once we're done.
Pancakes!
Oh!
Celebratory pancakes!
I walk into the pantry. Do they have eggs and flour in there?
They do have eggs and flour. It's powdered eggs and what do you call it? Strained, not strained. It's sifted flour, so it's not clumping together at the very bottom of the box.
I start to make pancakes.
When they're dead.
You start grabbing the pancake stuff. You start grabbing the batter. You start grabbing the stuff to make the batter. And as you put it on the table, that's whenever this defender just like yells at you, "When they're dead!" And actively, hey, what's y'all's passive perceptions?
8.
12.
10.
Okay, never mind then. Okay, wow. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, this is the first campaign I've ever been in that somebody hasn't had an 18 to 23 passive perception.
Dumb.
Oh my god, things can hide!
As rock.
Hi.
I'm extremely happy and excited now. Yeah, and the last door.
We're not an incredibly Yeah, but you're right. Dumb as rocks. It's great.
I may not be a smart man.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Is what this is. All right, the last two doors that you must open, Ben. The first one is actually a secondary door to the not kitchen, but the dining room. Nothing really changed. Go for that door. But then the fifth one, or the other one, which is on the far end of the room, or the other room. You see this oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves. There are 2 padded chairs draped with animal furs facing the hearth, and an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine and 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabra. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs.
Oh, wouldn't you know? I pull out. I go back to the kitchen and I grab a mug and I go over to the wine cask and I pour myself a glass.
Sid, don't look.
What? Well, now I'm looking.
There's wolf head. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I will say they're not wolf heads; they're stuffed wolves. So
Even worse.
Wait a second. Like a stuffed wolf, like a stuffed teddy bear, or like a wolf that used to be alive that has been stuffed.
a taxidermied stuffed wolf. Basically.
Okay.
I wanna howl. Where are you? I'm gonna kill you so bad.
Okay. Shit. Well. Okay. So as you yell that, there's a large rumbling in this room as you yell that. The door behind you all slams shut, and one of the cabinets that was against the back wall, one of them falls over, and the other one rattles but doesn't open.
It rattles but doesn't open?
Correct.
Alright, on the count of 2. 1, 2, and I smash it with my maul. In an attempt to knock it off the hinges.
I don't know what I expected. But roll an attack roll. And subsequently roll damage.
17 on the dice. $15 damage.
Alright, 15 damage. The one that was standing upright and was shaking at that point.
14 damage.
Shatters.
I'm sorry, I had
14 damage? Shatters at that point. And you see that there's this weird glowing green figure standing in there. It turns and faces you as you smash this thing. And almost like looking through the hole that you just smashed through. Friends. And it starts reaching through and crawling through this small, like, mall-sized hole in the door.
I'm not your friend. Did you kill us?
No, sadly I didn't. I want to change that now.
But I thought we were friends.
This
No,
is
you
a
still have-
roller coaster of emotions.
If
No,
you
you
didn't
still
kill
have
us,
those.
I have no problem with you.
Oh, but you still have those disgusting flesh bags around you. I mean, you don't. You have those rock things on you, which is fine, but it's not the nice ectoplasm of the season.
I just would like to point out, only one of us here is surrounded in flesh. So.
Oh, there's not like a soul inside of that little ball in the center, or?
Honestly, what is a soul? What's the nature of the human heart? Can anyone really say? I mean, from an artistic and meaningful point of view.
I mean, I do very much have flesh. Like, I do very much have flesh. Wait, should I not have said that?
I mean, it just means that I have to fix that now.
God
Disappointing. I'm sorry.
damn it!
But to answer your
Are
question,
you-
what is a soul? It is me, really.
Are you
And,
are
Wait a second. How about if I make you laugh, we go about our separate ways?
I don't exactly like that. And I need everybody to make a dex save.
21.
Okay, that
Do
one.
I make the save or does my mech make the save?
Are you inside the mech?
I am currently inside the mech.
The mech's gonna have to make the save then.
Cool.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Okay.
Okay, so proficient, so +3. So 17.
A 17. All right, the three of you beat the save as this ghost-like creature that's sitting in front of you just kind of like has this like energy burst out of itself, basically destroying and splintering this cabinet that I was in. Thank you for breaking the bulk of the seal. It's very, very appreciated. And it's currently standing in front of you, just like green apparition and all. No lower half in the slightest, just like an upper half of a body with like a wispy bottom. And it's a shame that, well, it's not really a shame in the slightest. I'm going to enjoy this. I will happily see you in this nice afterlife, as we like to call it. I'd like everybody to roll initiative real quick.
Yes.
Hi, I asked you, we didn't say definitively, do I have one of your infusions?
Not this
Yeah.
instant, no.
All right. Holy shit, natural 20 again. This dice is not balanced.
Okay. Okay.
I'm convinced. So that will be a 23 to initiative.
A 23 to initiative.
Yes.
17.
17.
11.
11. Oh, okay. All right. So, Abra, you're up first.
I pull out my maul and I rage and I grow to the size of 12 feet tall as I slowly expand and I hit this thing with my maul.
I like this. You expand to 12 feet tall. You grow taller and taller and taller. You actually hit the top of this roof, and you have to hunch over a little bit more as you swing this thing like a golf club.
22 to hit.
That does hit.
All right. How much bonus for rage do I get? What's my rage damage? 2. 2 ones on the damage for a total of 9.
Yikes. All right.
Oh my gosh. Total of
right.
9?
Oh, this was something I actually forgot to go over
8,
with
I'm
y'all,
sorry.
real quick. Total of 8?
Yeah.
Okay. This is something I forgot to go over with y'all, especially since you're a barbarian and everything. When it comes to halved damage, do you prefer it being halved rolling, or would call it rounding up, or halved rounding down?
Resistance is rounded down.
Okay.
I mean, if we're gonna follow the computer science knowledge, we should round to even. But that's just a me thing.
I love how I can get 3 different answers out of this.
I say we round it all. I say we take full damage.
The player's handbook says round down.
Okay, I couldn't
So-
remember because I couldn't
Yeah.
remember, and my book's over there, and I'm lazy to go check it. So just
Valid.
want to make sure because this barbarian's about to. That's gonna be relevant.
Valid.
All right. So with that in mind, next up is your turn. Chaya, what is your character's name again? I keep forgetting.
Emiet.
Emiet. All right. So Emiet, it is your turn.
So the right hand of the defender
Okay.
lifts up, cracks open, and a little pistol comes up the top, and I'm gonna shoot, which is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
That is 9 magic damage.
All right.
And then I'm gonna run in close, and
Okay.
the other hand has articulated fingers, and they kind of fuse together into a rounded end and uppercut the creature using my bonus action to do a force empowered rend,
Okay.
which is spell attack modifier to hit. So, oh,
Artificers are dirty with bonus actions.
Yeah.
22
That'll hit
to
too.
hit. So 1d8 plus proficiency. So 7 points of bludgeoning damage for my bonus action.
All right. This thing's corporeal form looks like it's shaking a little bit. Like you can see that like the wisp is getting like more glitchy.
Sorry, my cat was trying to break something fragile.
Completely understandable. As you do that, this ghost's corporeal form starts like shimmering and shaking a little bit. Like that packed more of a punch than I actually expected. Shocking. I'm gonna save you for later. Looks at the very, very, very large barbarian now. Is going to use its movement speed to fly up probably about five-ish foot, so it's not out of your range technically. For Emiet.
Yes.
Emiet. Okay. Is going to do a forceful slam on you, Abra. So that's going to be a. Go on.
My mech, the hand that was just a boulder to the face. We've all seen Full Metal Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shifts into like a rounded shield, and I'm gonna use its reaction to deflect attack. So disadvantage on the roll.
Okay. I don't think the disadvantage is that much needed because that just made me more sad. My first roll was a 1. My second roll was a 17, so that just made me sad.
Natural 1 hits.
A natural 1 hits. Damn. All right, it beats the rules. All right. But yeah, no, straight up as it's shifting and forcing its hand out to kind of like reach inside of the giant. It's just blocked by this large metal shield, and it goes around. But because of all the damage that it's been getting, because of all the form that it's unable to hold, as it starts spreading, it just shimmers out and flutters out, going back to its hand. That's, well, not what I was expecting. And it's going to use the rest of its movement speed to try to fly through the wall, which will invoke attack of opportunity from the 3 of you, which is right there.
When you say 3 of us, do you mean me, the defender, and
hi.
or
specifically Ian, Ben, and Hyatt, all 3 of you.
Hi. You just used your reaction.
I used the defender's reaction.
Oh.
The defender has its own reaction that is separate from mine.
Nice. 14 plus stuff. 6. 20 total.
Oh, wow.
Jesus. That'll hit.
13 to hit.
That meets it, beats it.
Hell.
Ghosts don't have a lot of armor. What was that, Ian?
Does a natural 1 hit?
Sadly, no. That one does miss.
8 points of magical piercing damage.
And what about you, Ben?
13 points of bludgeoning. Non-magical.
So as you here's what's happening here. This thing is dying right now. Oh my god. So Ben, you have your maul kind of like slashes through this thing again, kind of splitting its form into like this almost like TV static splattering out. But as the defender uses, or as you use your reaction, as Haya, you use your reaction, you hit this thing with this magical damage. You just kind of see these little static wisps just kind of burst into sparks, and they just hit the ground.
Is that it?
That is it. This thing is dead. This thing is gone. And the door that was kind of slammed shut by this, by this cabinet, it's now opening back in, because the cabinet's fallen back out of the way.
Hey, we killed something. Pancakes.
I suppose it is the death house. Now there is death. We did the death. I still have questions. He didn't answer any of my questions.
Well, he wasn't the one who tried to kill us. We gotta find the ones who did.
Oh, that's true. You're right. He didn't.
Oh,
even
yeah.
know us.
Is there any...
I don't really know what his deal was, dear.
Hey, Ken. Ben. Jen.
Ren?
No, there's no
Stan?
response to those names.
Why
Ben?
did you kill us? I mean, I know it was money, but like,
importantly, almost, why did you kill these wolves?
I look. Is there any sort of loot in the room? Investigation.
Yeah, go ahead and do an investigation check on that real quick.
can I help out?
Yeah, by all means, you can add a
Advantage?
to that, or help. Yeah.
Yeah.
A 10 on the die for a total of 8.
A total of 8. Yeah, that's not gonna find anything too crazy. You do see that there is a plaque. You see that there's a plaque on one of the wolves, and you start examining that. You're like, that could have been. Nope, that's nothing. And you just see that it's like, Sir Reginald Godfrey III, the owner of the Reginald Godfrey Estates, donated this on December 25th of 2022. So nothing relevant.
Were we still in the same room with the coats hanging for Ken, Ben, Jen?
No, that was the room next to this.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the room that was on the right that had the 2 double doors. All right. Was anybody else going to investigate this area, or is that kind of it?
I'll investigate.
All right. Go ahead and roll an investigation on that, and that'll be the last one for this room available.
16.
A 16. All right. That'll meet it. Yeah, you find that there is one of the cabinets that had gotten thrown across the room. One that was thrown into the in front of the door. As you kind of look at this, and you see that there's a little compartment on the side of it that's been unhinged, been slid out from it. And you see inside of it there is a couple things that are of interest. A fold-out heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, a hand crossbow, and 20 bolts for each weapon. And a small deck of playing cards.
I would like to grab the deck of playing cards, which catches on fire in my claws.
They catch fire, and as you see that, you just see like a Joker card falling to the floor.
Ah, dang. I wanted to play some solitaire.
See everyone to appreciate my cat.
So cute.
What a cutie patootie.
I grab all 3 crossbows if anyone doesn't have an objection, and I put them in my bag.
Go for it.
You're crossbowed out now. Yeah, but that's about all that you do.
You want the bolts? You need the bolts.
I'm just gonna
Crossbow's not
sell.
much good without bolts.
I'm just gonna sell the crossbows.
Crossbow, no, she didn't.
Wait. I can make a crossbow.
Oh.
No, I can only make one thing that doesn't need ammo, and I like my gun. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sell these over at the market, and then we'll split the gold from them.
Are bolts expensive?
Sounds
I
like a
don't
plan.
use them very much. Would it be?
It's just a straight stick. I don't picture them selling for too much.
What if
Looking
they
at,
got sentimental value?
looking at the heads, are any of them like silvered or anything?
Say it one more time.
Looking at clearly, this is the room of somebody who hunts wolves and potentially werewolves. Are any of them silvered? Is there precious metal on any of these bolts?
You don't see any of these in particular. Actually, no, these are the ones that are in the hidden compartment. These, yeah, you actually do see that each of these are silvered.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So you have a total of a total of 20 crossbow bolt or 60 crossbow bolts that are silvered, but 20 for each of these different crossbows. So basically, a small, medium, large bolt.
I think we should at least take the heads.
Okay, and I start breaking crossbow bolts.
Sure enough, like it takes you probably a total of like 5 minutes to break every crossbow bolt, and because some of the larger ones are a bit sturdier, so you have to kind of like saw through it and cut through it, you know.
Well, Abra, what are your pronouns?
He, him.
While he's doing that, Emiet is going to get back in the mech and start like pulling little bits of mechanics from the interior and like a visor. And after like 5 or 10 minutes, she's got what look like infrared goggles assembled that she pulls over her eyes, and I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Magic.
Awesome. Yeah, as you take the time and you ritually cast this, in this room in particular, there is no magic, but this will be up for what, total of 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. That is actually a lie. You see that there is something shimmering in here with magic. In the southwest corner of the room, there is a small door, a panel on the floor that is shimmering with illusion magic.
Y'all? Something's up over here. I walk over to it and
I need to name my mech. Ooh, I will come back with a name for my mech next time we play. But she'll lean down and like try to grab the panel that has magic.
As you kind of reach down and grab the panel, you can grab it for sure. Like it definitely, you can get the grip on it. The magic doesn't dissipate, and it still looks like you're quite literally just grabbing air in the middle of this, open floor. So the rest of you just see she just kind of leans over and is grabbing at the air, but you see yourself that you're grabbing this like handle on the floor. As you start pulling it, you hear, and there's an audible rattle happening here as you pull it up, but it is being locked/blocked by something on the other side. But it rattles, and it feels like there's something there.
I'm gonna climb which set? Yes. I'm gonna detach the visor from the main mech and kind of clamber down the front and take out my thieves' tools and see if I can get into this.
Yeah, by all means, roll a basically thieves' tool check, so it'll be a dex with proficiency.
That is a 14.
A 14. As you're kind of picking this thing, it feels genuine. Like you have your tools in the edges of this, and you feel that there are latches and pins that you're hitting. But as you do this for probably a good 5-ish minutes, like on and off, trying to get in here, it doesn't click at all. It doesn't feel like it's working at all. It feels like there's like a specialty mechanism here that you haven't figured out the exact mechanics of just yet. If you want, and this is something that you could do, you could try to make a intelligence check to see if you can't attempt to understand this mechanism and try it again. You would have disadvantage on the next, Thieves Tools check, but
Yeah, I'll do that.
yeah. So go ahead and do me an intelligence check on that.
That is a natural 20.
Yeah, you have a pretty solid idea of how you think that this can work out. You have a really good idea of like how this mechanic works now. Go ahead and do this with advantage now.
Oh shit. That's 19 on the first one. I'll take that 19.
All right, with the 19, that's with your proficiency and everything?
Yeah.
All right. With the 19, yeah, you hear this click happen as you open up this door, and you pull up this trapdoor, and to these two's amazement, a door just appeared in the floor out of nowhere.
Hiya, what's your character's name again?
Emiette.
Could you spell that for me?
Emiette.
Okay.
Call me Em.
I got a name for your mech. George. Gnomish exoskeleton operated ranged gun Emiette.
Maybe. I'll think about it.
So yeah, you see that there's there's this trap door heading down, and you see that there's this, how would you call it? There's a ladder going down about 6 foot down into there, leading to a stairwell from the looks of it. And as you lifted up this door, this trap door, there's a obviously a lock there that was on there, and it's very large, very intricate, probably about a good foot across, and it looks like it has a lot of intricate pieces that are at play, and you bypassed most of them, and are able to hook around the correct. You basically found the chip in the armor that you're able to link into and pull off.
Is it integral, or can I take the lock?
You could probably take the lock. You just have to like undo it from the mechanism or from the door itself, which is not a problem. So yeah, you're able to get this lock, but it's not. It's one of those. It's like a. Think of it like a gate latch. Like yeah, you have a lock now, but it's like specifically like a attaching lock. So you could attach it to like a door if you wanted to, but
right. But it's better for like holding a chain together or holding a box shut or something like that. It's a master lock, except not a piece of shit.
Exactly. Potentially could be used for any of that.
I think I found something. She's like lifting the infra goggles up.
So you're as you see them, they finally see what you've been seeing for like the past 5 minutes. That there's like just this actual hidden passageway down here.
Oh wow! I
We'll
kind
put
of
that
just
there.
thought you were doing some weird you stuff over there.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't know what you mean by that. And she goes down the stairs.
All right, yeah. So as you're heading down the stairs and everything, you kind of go down this large spiral staircase going down. It takes a hot minute going down. You probably go down, which you'd estimate probably about 60 to 120 foot, just going down the spiral. Give me one
After going down like a couple of steps and realizing how far down this goes, she's gonna walk back up, walk over to the defender, click the hand to the right. The right hand comes off, the hand with the gun in it comes off, and she puts it on like a glove, and then begins walking down the stairs without the mech.
Yeah. That's so cool.
All right. So yeah, as you kind of walk down these stairs, Jesus Christ. All right.
It's just the pistol. I've flavored it as being integral to the mech, but it's just the pistol. So
yeah, we talked about that. What I'm trying to figure out now is just not necessarily figure out, but you've jumped from one section of the map to a completely different one. And that's entirely what these trapdoors are for throughout this entire map, and it's great. So as you kind of go down these stairs, you see that there's this room. It's this large open space, probably about, if I'm counting correctly here, about 15 by 25 foot in total space. You see this room is like, it has moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the walls, with a wide alcove in the south wall, and it contains a painted wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man, wearing a voluminous black coat. His pale left hand is resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. In his right hand, he holds a smoky gray crystal orb. This room has exits in the west and north walls. The north wall is specifically where you came in, so the west and south walls. Chanting can be heard coming from the west.
This is specifically, like, to metagame for half a second. This is a picture of Strahd. Like, this is the picture of Strahd that I know.
There you go.
Emiette doesn't know that, but I just want to make sure that I'm picturing the right picture.
You know
in
that.
my head.
Kinda knows that, but Emiette does not. But yes, that's what you see sitting there.
You guys coming or what?
Is it safe down there?
Seems to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Race you down.
Oh, let's go on the marker 2.
1.
2.
And you hear these thuds coming down the steps.
Yep, sure enough, you two make it down the steps. It takes you a minute to get down there, but sure enough, you're down there. And yet, as you've kind of been down and you've had the time to kind of like look around this general room, it doesn't look particularly good or fine or fun by any means. But you know, it's there. This looks like it was not that great of a room, kind of like a sacrifice room, if anything.
Oh, is there an altar in here?
Brought my mech. Should I have brought my mech? Feel like I should have brought my mech. Feel like, you know, those stairs are... I thought this was gonna be like a hidey hole. Like a little...
Go get your mech.
You know, like a vault. I'm gonna be right back. Run up the stairs.
It takes you a second, but you get upstairs. You're able to get your mech, and you bring it back down.
Wait a second. While Emiette is gone, I am going to hide behind the door, so when she comes out, I yell "boo."
Sure, you're hiding behind the door. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Oh, that'd be a 14 plus 3, 17.
All right, and yet, what was your passive?
8.
8. Yeah, you beat the passive, and yet as you're kind of running down, and yet kind of runs down a couple minutes later, fully in mech.
Where's Abra?
Boo!
Hello.
It's trying to scare you.
I want to high five Abra. Nice.
Ah!
All right, so the main doors that you see, the main exits that you see, are one directly to the right of the door that you're kind of sitting at, that you're just came out of, and one directly in front of you, past the large statue that you've seen.
Either you got an inkling?
My inkling is we follow you.
Oh, that's a bad inkling. Let's go past the statue.
Okay.
Oh,
to the west is where we're hearing the chanting from?
Yes.
Is that the statue?
No. The westward room is the one that's to your right from going downstairs.
Okay.
I get a Molotov ready with my last bottle of liquor.
I want to know what these people are chanting about, and if it has anything to do with me. Maybe they lied about why they killed us.
Oh.
Sometimes I forget that people can lie, and then I go to the right.
Pretty trustworthy.
You'll go to the right?
Yeah, I wanna know about the chanting.
All right. Is anybody following to the right?
I am following to the right.
Follow.
You betcha.
All right. Yeah, you kind of head down these winding halls for probably about 20 to 30 foot. As you're kind of going down there, The chanting is still being heard, but now there's kind of a couple more voices that have risen into the chorus as well. You can hear that there's, in addition to the chanting itself, there's now just like a very almost like a breathy noise coming from in front of you and behind you now.
Oh,
There's a ghost. I didn't like the ghost upstairs.
As you're standing there, you make your way to a four-way intersection. And as you stand in that intersection, you hear this noise happen. You see that out of the ground, 4 large bodies rise up. Out of the ground, from the dirt, just crawling out. Couple of them are carrying extra bones with them, and they drop them and start running towards you. Initiative, please.
Oh.
Is that initiative?
Yes, please.
That's not good. So remember how I got a natural...
for initiative.
Remember how I got a natural 20 last time for my initiative?
Not
I got a natural 2 this time.
Yikes.
For a 5.
17.
Again.
I got 15s on both of those initiative rolls.
I got 11.
Right. All right, now just one quick second, and I'll have the rest of those written down on my side. All right. And with that in mind, first up is you, Hai, with Amit.
There are 4 shambling corpses before us.
Yes. One at each corner of this intersection heading your way.
Okay. So one coming from behind us?
Yes.
Exit strategies are important. I turn around and shoot the one that is coming from behind us.
By all means, go ahead.
That's a 10 to hit.
A 10 to hit, that unfortunately does not.
I'm going to run up and use my bonus action for a force-empowered rend.
All right, go ahead.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That one will, in fact, hit. How much damage are you getting?
Just 5 points of damage on that.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Next up are 3 of these undeads. So the one directly in front of you, Emiet, is going to lash out with a bite attack.
Should really seek therapy.
And that's going to be a 9 + 2 for an 11.
That will miss.
That misses. All right.
That misses me or my mech, whichever one it was going for. You can go for either of us.
Okay, good.
You can go for me in the machine or
okay.
the
At
mech
that
itself.
point, so it was going to be going for you. So kind of moot point at that point, though. The other 2, one to the left and one to the right, most of these are going to close in and each going to attack the both of you respectively. Abra and what was your one? Sorry again. What was your character's name again, Ian?
Sid.
Sid. Okay. I am in like 3 campaigns, but I have to remember all these names. I'm like, I have sticky notes for a reason, and I don't have my notepad on me. All right, so it's gonna be one going towards you and the other going towards Abra. So both those attacks are going to go for a Abra. Yours is a dirty 20. And Sid, yours is a unnatural 12. One was an 18 + 2, the other was a 10 + 2. So. All right, so for you, Ben, yours is actually pretty simple. It's only going to be 2d6 + 2, so not all that much, all things considered. It's going to be 9, 10, 11 damage going your way.
Oh, that was rough.
And Sid, what was your AC?
16.
16. All right, so that one missed. And next up is Ian. It's Sid's turn.
All right. I'm gonna take a swing at this one that first that came at me.
All right, go ahead.
That's does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit, yes.
Right. So this 1d6 plus 3. Do I also add the Crimson Right? 1d4.
Yes.
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 Awesome. So that'll be 4 plus. Wow, that was rough. Plus 74. That'll be 7 damage.
All right.
And I will also make an additional unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Wonderful.
You'll love to see it.
Which will be some. Go away, pop-ups. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit. No.
Darn.
Next up is actually the fourth one. Fourth one coming from behind you all is going to go into a try to attack. We got seen the first ghoul was successful in getting to Abra. It's going to try to attempt to do the same thing again. So it's going to be a. How does a 15 plus 2 do for a 17?
That hits.
All right, that hits. All right. Wait, what's your AC? Was it
16?
16. Okay. So that 17 is going to do a. Oh, it's going to be another bite attack. So it's going to be 2d6 again. That one is going to be a 7 plus 2, so 7, 8, 9. So 9 damage total going your way.
Ooh, I am looking rough.
Yes, now it is your turn, Abra.
I am going to rage, and I'm going to hit the one that my brother already hit. Oh,
Okay.
that was mighty rude of you. I'm going to have to come down and hit you with my hammer. 17 plus 7.
That'll do it. That'll do a hit. That'll do a hit, all right.
Or 17 plus 6. 7. Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, what I'm loving real quick is because y'all are a higher level than you technically should be starting this. I can actually not have to worry about these monsters not hitting you.
Oh, wouldn't you know, that would be 12 points of damage right there. 14 points of damage right there.
14.
14.
You paced this one. This one's paced now. Yeah, that damage stacked up pretty quick for that one. Yeah, that one turned to paste very quickly. Anything else you're doing in your turn?
Oh, nope. That would have been my action and my bonus action.
All right, Imyek, you're up.
Well, one, my cat Shiloh is furious at me for not letting her out of this room. Two, first thing I'm gonna do is so I went for an uppercut with the last one, and the fist is just gonna come straight down and do a little bonk.
Okay.
My lord, that is a 9 to hit.
Negative.
After it comes down on its head, a dagger comes out of the wrist and is just gonna slash across.
Go ahead and roll that second attack.
14 to hit.
A 14 does hit, yes.
Hell yes. 6 points of piercing damage.
All right, 6 points of piercing damage. All right. That one's looking, it looks like it's looking pretty bloody at this point. It's not looking that great.
That's my go.
All right, the next two turns again. The one directly in front of you is going to try to attack you again.
Me?
Yes, you specifically. It's
Cool.
going to be attacking you with a bite attack. It's going to be a unnatural 21.
That will hit.
All right.
How could it
And
be a natural 21?
You see, you just happen to roll like a 21-sided dice, and it hits you somehow. Like
We've
you
all
know.
seen actually they have a D20 with a 21 on it in the
Exactly,
background. It bothers me
exactly.
every time, and I know that's the point, and it succeeds.
Actually, Curse of Strahd shouldn't have 3 amazing people playing it. They should only have angry people playing it.
I understand.
Okay, well, here's the good news. The good news is for me, I rolled a 5 and a 6 for a total of 11 plus 2, so 13 total.
Cool.
The bad news is that's 13 damage coming straight towards you.
All right. That's fine.
Yeah, that's the end of that one's turn, and the second ghoul is not going for you, but it's going for, specifically, this was the one that was going for Ian, I do believe. No, this is the one that was going for Abra the first time, and then Abra took out the one that was attacking Ian. Well, how does a 7 plus 2 do to hit?
That would miss.
Yeah, that's an ouch. That one misses. Yeah, so this one, as soon as you're trying to crush this one, you crush it, turn it to paste, and the other one tries to bite you. It doesn't go well. Past that is now your turn, Ian.
I will try and dig my claws into this one.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 meets it, beats it. It hits.
All right. So that'll be 4 regular damage plus 1 fire damage.
All right. Oh, fire damage?
Yes. Oh, and also, actually, I have Feral Might because I'm in my half, so that's another 1 regular damage too.
Oh, joy. That affects resistances. Not resistances. Whatever the word is. All right, awesome.
And I will
Next up is
take my second swing.
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
See, does a 16 hit?
No, yeah, that hits completely. That completely hits.
That'll be 5 regular damage with a good, or 6 regular damage, I should say, with 2 extra fire damage.
All right, yeah. That will do things. That'll do things. This one's looking a bit worse. This one's looking a bit worse than the one that Emiette is currently fighting. And now the one that nobody's actually hit yet, the one that is currently behind you all, is going to try to take a bite out of you, Ian, now.
Isn't that the one that I'm fighting?
Yeah.
No, the one that you're fighting is directly in front of you. The one that is, there's 4. And the one that was directly in front of you, the one that was left, which was taking a bite out of Sid originally. The one that's on the right that did take a bite of Abra, and the one behind you all.
Gotcha.
Well, I guess it would technically have been in front of you, but then you all turned around. So.
But then we turned around. Yeah.
Yeah. That one's going to try to take a bite out of you, Ian.
Oh.
It might help if I didn't drop my dice off the table. How does a 16 hit?
Oh, my AC is 16.
Okay.
Ooh.
That one, since it's trying to reach over and get out, reach over and attack you from the other side of Abra, it's going to be just a scratch attack. So it's going to be 2d4 plus 2, and I need a con save.
Con save is 12.
A 12, that beats it. So you take a total of 4 damage, 4, 5, 6 damage, and you do not get paralyzed and take extra damage.
Oof. Good.
We love to hear it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, at that point, it is now back at the top of the order, or not the top of the order, Abra.
I take my big old hammer and I bring it down on the one my brother had been wailing on earlier. Put him out of his misery. 17 on the die.
That'll do it.
Oh, wouldn't you know? That is 11 points of bludgeoning.
11 points of bludgeoning. Splat again.
Or I just bring my hammer down, just collapse its skull right on in.
Yeah, this thing goes splat and just turns to paste around with the other ghoul.
I don't have any bonus actions I could do. Oh, I forgot to mention that the attack was reckless.
Okay.
I wrote it reckless, but I didn't say it.
Okay, so the next one that attacks you is going to have
Advantage,
on you.
yeah.
Gotcha. Haya, you're back up with Aeneat's turn.
I'm going to punch it in the face.
All right.
God, mother of 12.
That meets it. The armor class is 12.
So, Emiet got bit and is like back up in the seat, and the hand of the mech comes up and just grabs the creature and punches it in the back of the head.
All right, go ahead and roll damage for that.
So, click the wrong button. That is 5 points of damage.
All right. Its jaw is currently kind of hanging off, and it's looking pretty bad.
The other hand, no, Emiet is gonna draw a dagger that she keeps at her hip, and is gonna herself just stab straight up.
All right, go ahead and roll attack.
19.
A 19 hits.
Just 3 points of piercing damage.
3 points is enough.
Oh, thank God.
You stab straight up through this thing, and as you hear, and falls to the side, just like dissolving. Ian, you're up.
All right. There's 1 or 2 left.
There is 1 left. Currently, the one that is behind you.
All right. I'll turn and throw some claws at him.
Go ahead.
17.
17, that will hit.
All right. That is 7 slashing damage and 8. So that's 8 damage plus 1 fire damage.
All right, this thing is not looking that great now. You've taken a large portion of its upper body with that slice going straight through its chest.
Let's see if I can take another portion. I cannot take another portion.
And last but certainly not least in the order is... Actually, hold on. Abra's turn is not just yet. It's going to attempt to make a feeble attack at you.
Who?
Specifically at Sid, but a cursed dice of a 10 does not do it.
Right.
Otherwise, it would have been a bite the cat coming for you. But lastly, but certainly not least, Abra.
I recklessly bring my hammer overhead. I take a big old jump and I bring it on down. 19.
A 19 does do it.
Ten points of damage, 12 points of bludgeoning damage. I forgot about my rage.
Okay, so the funny thing here is these things don't have a lot of health, but every single attack you do, Ben, has absolutely taken out 3/4 of it. So with that in mind, no, probably not 3/4, 2/3 of it. With that in mind, yeah, you splat this one too. They're all just kind of gone at that point.
Sid, I got 3 of them. How many did you take out?
Oh, you did a real good job there. Wow. Whoa, 3 of them? 3 of them?
3 of them.
High 5.
High 5. And as I go down for the high 5, I start shrinking as my rage ends.
Oh.
The mech turns around and Emiet is just covered in like decomposing zombie. I got one.
Oh, you know, those pancakes sound really good right now. I could use a break.
Oh, I'd love some pancakes.
I could have some pancakes.
Let's go upstairs, take about an hour break, make some pancakes, eat.
We said we wanted to kill people first, and we did.
Yeah.
We still haven't killed the king.
Oh yeah.
I'll get them after pancakes. I'm a bit hungry.
We'll get them after pancakes. I want to get the slime off of me.
Yeah.
All right, let's head on up to the kitchen.
Yeah, y'all head on upstairs, back up the trap door, and you kind of clear the way through there. As you open the door to the main hall area, you see that the door has now been shut, and there is now no light in this upper area, which is not a problem for half of you, for a little over half of you, because of your dark vision. I can't for action.
There's only three of us. How we getting halves?
Well, the mech counts, right?
That's true. Does the mech have dark vision?
The mech can see with your eyes, but it exists outside of that.
The mech has dark vision up to 60 feet, a passive perception of hang on, a passive perception of 14.
Remember what this thing does.
Cannot be surprised. What the fuck?
Oh wow.
Yeah, Battlesmith's banging.
I forgot how great Battlesmith was, because my Battlesmith in my Tuesday game doesn't do this stuff.
Ah.
And I am really hoping that Jordan is not watching right now. Please, Jordan, if you're watching, please turn this off right now.
Am I getting you ideas?
Me ideas? Oh, absolutely. Me, absolutely. Jordan? Probably not. No. None of the slightest. No. Anyways. With that in mind, as you kind of get back into the main hall and everything, you're able to kind of examine. You go back to the kitchen. You start, taking a rest at that point. You hear a rattling coming from the back corner of the kitchen in the middle of this like pancake break as you're trying to make a meal. And as you kind of look over, you see that there's a dumbwaiter kind of like sliding down a wall.
Interesting. Somebody has to operate these things,
Yeah, we should just leave it be. I really want to eat my pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose we can eat some pancakes.
Chris, I have proficiency in cook's utensils. What should I roll for how delicious my pancakes are?
The thing is, do a flat roll and add your proficiency to it, because there's not a specific stat score that actually works with that. Because a lot of it with pancakes is not only wisdom of knowing exactly how to do it, but knowledge of how to do it perfectly and how to do everything right. Dexterity of how to flip pancakes correctly.
All right, 10.
Pancakes are my bane. I love them. I just can't ever make them. So a 10, a 10 you're able to make. They're not great pancakes. Like, they're not like, oh, you'll absolutely love these. These are the best ones you've ever had. But they're passable. Mm-hmm. They're not like you just got like a box mix from the store and you did it wrong, so they turned out to be rocks that you just like break on your knee.
They're not quite Mom's pancakes, but they'll do.
So yeah, y'all are going to be taking a short rest, correct?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and go ahead and start doing your short rest while I have decided what everybody else is going to be doing during that time. And with us being 2 hours into it right now, how does everybody feel about cutting it off for the night? I feel like it's been a pretty decent 2 hours for this. I like to keep sessions somewhat short overall so everybody can still not get their energy killed out of them.
Oh, works for me.
Works for me.
Wonderful. With that in mind, go ahead and mark your short rest as done, and I have fun things to happen and next time we play. So thank you so much for everybody that has been watching tonight's stream. I hope you've really enjoyed it. Everybody that's been watching. It's been a lot of fun finally getting to this, because I've been wanting to do a Curse of Strahd game for a while, and then I gutted Curse of Strahd and made my own shit. So, here we are. I'm using the bones, basically. So everybody, where can we find you at the moment?
Oh, you can find me in my office of my house right now.
Oh, fantastic.
But if you want to find me on social media, I'm Wow It's Ian on TikTok or Wow It's Potato.
You can find me on TikTok at Butterfly Astrophysics or on Twitch on Tuesday evenings at Trans Tales with 2 of the other 3 lovely people on this call.
Oh yeah.
And You can find me trolling the D&D Beyond forums at Butterfly Astro.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for your user now that that I know you're on there.
You can find me if you close your eyes, turn around 3 times, say, I do believe in the boy, here he comes. I do believe in the boy, here he comes. I do believe in the boy, here he comes. And you can also, if you're interested, find me at Basic Human Kindness on TikTok.
And you can find me, Krisfire, here on YouTube, where most of you are actually watching this thing currently, or on TikTok at Krisfire98, where I post basically anything I want to, because I don't give a shit. With that in mind, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all not next Sunday, because next Sunday I'll be doing my game on the Chaos Brigade Twitch channel.
Where will you be next Sunday?
Next Sunday, I'll be in Chicago.
Wisconsin.
I want to go. Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I'm getting everywhere.
Benconsin, Wisconsin.
But yeah, so we're gonna be there, and I'm actually gonna be hanging out with Ben and Ian here in real life for the first time, getting to meet these beautiful people off the interwebs.
I can't go, and I'm so upset.
Otherwise, we'd be doing a live Bloodtinge campaign, which would be fantastic, it'd be beautiful, but sadly not this time. That just means Hyatt, next time I go to California to visit family, we need to hang out.
Absolutely.
Yes, but with that in mind, thank you for tuning into tonight's episode. I love you all, and we will see you in the next one in 2 weeks, because it's an every other Sunday game. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Now I have to end stream.